guys, what's up? It's me, Percy, and today I told you in my last video that I wanted to do this. I want to teach you guys how to draw Pikachu. Pikachu is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. I grew up with him, her, I don't know what it is. Anyways, excuse me, I'm dying. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the best way to start is just by drawing one little circle like this. And when I say circle, okay, like here's the sides of his head. We start off with the top of his head, and here's the sides. And then what we're gonna do from right here to right here, we're gonna just draw the end of the circle. So it's a weird looking circle. If you guys are catching my drift yet, okay? Now from here, let's go ahead and we're gonna draw one little circle right here. Okay? And it's gotta be about that big. Let me make sure you guys are seeing this and I'm not in the way when I draw this. No? Okay, great. Anyways, from this circle right here, we're now going to jump over here and we're going to draw another circle arm, but it's going to kind of come out over to the side. So let's say it's going to come out this far, okay? And then here's another circle. Alright. Now that we have, these are basically Pikachu's arms, if you couldn't tell. And now from right here, we're going to come down, okay, come down right here. And then from right here, at the end of this circle, right there, we're going to come down right here, okay? Now that you have like an even like area, stop right here, and then we're just going to curl up like that. Curl right there. Alright, and then from right here and right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw his little feet, and we're just going to do circles. So here's a circle here, and we're going to go right here and draw another circle. So you're starting to see what, there's this picture of Pikachu that's everywhere where his arm is waving and everything. Honestly, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I guess I'm not a true Pokemon fan. I'm sorry, but hey, I'm going to teach you how to draw it anyway. Let's call it, okay. Now from the top of his head, let's go from right here and right here. These are where we're going to draw our next two circles, and they're going to be sort of like, you know, big diamonds. So here's one going up here, like that. So it's just like a very elongated kind of teardrop. Now we got one right there. Now let's come over here. We're going to do the exact same thing, but kind of crooked off to the side. There. Do you guys see what I see? Oh, I just hit you. Sorry, didn't mean to. Okay, now that we have his ears, his head, his arms, his feet, let's come right here, right in the middle, and we'll go ahead and we'll just draw two little lines. We're gonna go, we'll start with the bottom of his tail, and we're gonna go up, and it's a lightning bolt. It literally looks like a big fat lightning bolt, okay? We're gonna go up from here, over a little bit, up, over, and then stop right here. We're gonna go out over here, then we're gonna go in, down, all the way down to right here, stop, make another little stair mark right here, and then come out a little bit more and down there. Okay, there we go. We have Pikachu's tail. Okay, now that we have Pikachu's tail and everything's kind of laid out for us, let's go ahead and we're gonna jump to let's go to his head first. Okay, so his head is overlapping his arm right here, so we're gonna go ahead and just make it over a little bit. This is the shape that I told you at the beginning to make, is the shape of his head, but his head will be overlapping this arm because he's waving at us. Okay, now that we have this, let's go over here and we're gonna make this a little bit more, his cheeks a little bit pouchier. I don't know if any of you have seen Hamtaro, but he kind of looks like a hamster to me. Now, anime stuff. Alright, now that we have his little head and everything, let's go ahead and let's draw his cheeks. So, from right here, we have these two little corners, and these two little corners obviously are Pikachu's cheekbones. So, we're going to go right here, we're just going to do a half circle here, and a half circle right here. Ta-da, we have Pikachu's cute little cheeks. Me. Okay, now, let's go ahead, like not too far away. See, I gave myself a little bit of distance from his cheeks. They're absolutely diagonal. We're going to draw his eyeballs. His eyeballs are very far apart. So we're going to draw one circle here and one circle here. Okay, you see what I did? There's a thing about Pikachu's eyes. They have to be far apart, but then they can't be too close to his head. Obviously, I messed up. Okay. So let's go right here instead. That looks better. And this one right here. There we go. Pikachu, you're so complicated. You're worse than the princesses I draw. Okay. Now that we have his little eyes, let's go ahead and we're going to draw literally a little bloop. A little upside down rounded triangle. Bloop. Ta-da. There's a weird looking little mouth. I mean, not mouth. We're doing mouth next. But there's his little nose. Okay. Now okay. How do I explain this? Okay, first we're going to do an upside down rainbow right here. And it's going to come almost to his nose. And then we're going to come up over here. Another upside down rainbow. And then we're going to bring it down. And bring it down. So we brought both of those sides down. Okay. Now that we have his mouth, I'm going to fix his nose again. See, this will happen a lot with Pikachu. I've drawn him a couple times just because I still love drawing him. Even though I don't know if it's a boy or girl. So, there's just space issues between his head. If his head's not big and his eyes aren't little, then he loses his cuteness factor. So I always have to go and adjust. If you guys know what I mean, all you Pokemon lovers. Okay, there's his head. Alright, now I want to go in and now that we've got his face and his mouth and everything. Hey, I almost forgot. Here's a little rolling hill inside his mouth. His tongue! Yay! Now that we have Pikachu's face put in all together. Almost all together. Let's go ahead and jump and fix up his ears a little bit. Can you still see me? Awesome. Okay. So, from right here, we're just going to go on up. This is a pretty good size for his ear. I'm thinking this one's a little too small, like in lengthwise. So, this one's a good size. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to erase those guidelines. Okay. And then from right here to here, it's just going to be a diagonal straight line. See? Okay. Now, his ears are a little bit behind his head, so make sure you have his ear, that line that's showing that his ear is behind his head. And this one on this side too. There you go. Now that we have his ear, let's jump over here. I don't think this is long enough, so I'm just going to go over here to the side, and I'm going to elongate it just a little bit more. You know, it's like rabbit ears, because you just got to be right with them or you're not right with them. Okay, rabbits are tricky. So, now that we have this, I'm going to just get rid of that circle. Get rid of the guidelines. Yes, that looks much better, like space-wise and length-wise and everything. From right here and down, we're just going to draw another line right here. And there's the black tips of Pikachu's ears. I forgot almost one very important thing about his eyes. He has very shiny eyes, so you're going to draw another circle inside the circle, another circle inside the circle. There. See? Pretty easy so far. Pikachu's pretty fun to draw. And this is my favorite pose of drawing him ever. So, now that we have his face, his ears, eyes, mouth, nose, cheeks, let's go ahead and jump to his arms. His arms are very fat and rounded. So I'm going to just give him a little bit of an elbow, if you can see right there. I just give him a little indentation of an elbow. We're going to come to the right at the end, and then literally they're like little spikes, little spiky claws. And he's got 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. Obviously, I just gave him about 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. See? There we go. Now, let's jump over to this arm. And I'm kind of thinking that this needs to... Alright, he's got a little bit of a wrist. So we're going to give him a wrist right there. We're going to bring this down, connect it to his body. Okay. My camera supposedly cut off right where I was showing you how to draw Pikachu's thumb. Right here, his little thumb right here, and then we have his 4 fingers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to just indent inside. That's to show his wrist, and his arm's gonna come out down here, and then curve out. There. Now that we see his hand and everything, and I went over that with you guys. I'm sorry my camera cut out, and if I'm repeating myself, my bad. Anyways, so now that we have this, let's go ahead and jump down to the bottom of his body, and I'm gonna zoom in right there for you. Focus. Okay, now that we have his little itty bitty body, let's jump to the bottom. Bottom, okay. Right here, we're gonna just bring it down, and this is basically the shape of his body, but from his foot, let's start with his foot. Here's his heel. It's gonna go out like this, and then let's go from right here. We're gonna curve in his body right here, and then his little paw is gonna come out like this. So it looks like a weird looking shoe, and we're gonna go, he's got 3 little toes. 1, 2, 3. See, all you have to do is draw 2 little lines to make up for those toes. Now, from at the heel of his body, right here, we're gonna have a little line that goes up and down. Okay. Now from right here, this is gonna lead us to our other side of the foot, and it's still gonna curve up. We'll jump over here to this bottom of his body. We're gonna curve down, and then for this foot, we're gonna go out. Here's a little heel here, and then right there. There we go. There's our little foot. Make sure his feet are hiding behind his body. His body is overlapping. Pudgy little Pikachu. Okay. And now, wow, there's a Stewie voice. I'm surprised about myself. But 1, 2, 3. 3 little toes. There we go. And then just make sure we clear these lines up just a little bit. Okay. Clear, clean up. Okay. Now that we have his feet, let's jump to finishing his little tail. Wow. People need to stop texting me. Tori. Okay. She never watches my videos, but just in case. So, from his tail, since we do have his tail, this is all set up and everything, we just are going to go right here and go spiky, 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 spiky. There we go. Actually, I messed that up. The spiky should be going down to right here. There we go. And this part is brown, as we all Pikachu lovers know. So, there you go, guys. Now, there you go. There's your Pikachu. Okay. I'm thinking for next week, this coming video that I'm going to do, since I am on Thanksgiving break. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful time on your traveling and eat lots and lots of foods. Get a food coma. Oh my gosh. So yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful break and everything. Thank you for all the questions. I'll be uploading the video for Ask Parrot, blah, 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 whatever. And for next video, what I wanted to say is I want to teach you guys how to draw an evil minion from Despicable Me, because I just drew one recently and he's a lot of fun to do. I don't know which one it is. Probably Dave again. But with his teeth all jagged out and everything. It was really funny. Teeth, what's wrong with me? I gotta go, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you all. Bye.